Turkey. This is the voice of Turkey. This is the voice of Turkey. This is the voice of Turkey.
This is the Voice of Turkey's English language transmission, broadcasting from Ankara in the 31 meter band between 1830 and 1930 UTC on 9785 kHz to Europe, between 2030 and 2130 UTC in the 31 meter band on 9620 kHz to South Asia and Australia, between 2200 and 2300 UTC in the 31 meter band on 9830 kHz to Europe, Eastern USA and Canada, and in the 19 meter band on 15520 kHz between 1630 and 1730 UTC to Afghanistan, Pakistan, India, Uzbekistan and Turkmenistan. The Voice of Turkey is also beamed between 0300 and 0400 UTC in the 31 meter band on 9515 kHz to Europe, the U.S.A, Eastern Canada and Cuba, between 0300 and 0400 UTC in the 49 meter band on 6165 kHz to Iraq, Syria, Iran and the Arabian Peninsula. You can listen to us over the Turksat 3A and Turksat 4A satellites and on the internet at www.trt.net.tr through the Voice of Turkey link. Please note that transmissions broadcast between 2300 and midnight UTC and between 0400 and 0500 UTC have been pre-recorded. Our email address is englishdesk@trt.net.tr.
But first, the headlines. Truck attack targets civilians in France, Nice city, leaving 84 dead and 100 others wounded. Driver in France truck attack identified as a local man. Turkish President Erdogan condemns France terror attack. World reacts to terror attack in France. Germany urges the UK to swiftly leave the European Union. And now the details of the news. Multiple deaths and injuries were reported in Nice, France, Thursday as a truck plowed into the Bastille celebrations in a possible terror attack. Firearms and grenades were found inside the truck as an anti-terrorist investigators took over the Nice attack probe. At least 84 people were killed in the attack and at least 100 others were injured, with 47 in critical condition. Meanwhile, driver in France truck attack identified as local man. The attacker, who killed at least 84 people in Nice, was identified by local media Friday as a 31-year-old French Tunisian who lived in the city. The Nice Matin newspaper didn't name the man, but said his identity documents were found in the truck that moved down crowds of people celebrating Bastille Day on Thursday night and his identity confirmed through fingerprints. He was reported to be known to police for non-terror-related offenses. The newspaper said police were searching his home. Meanwhile, French Prime Minister Manuel Valls announced 3 days of national mourning from Saturday. The goal of terrorists is to instill fear and panic, but France is a great country and a great democracy that will not allow itself to be destabilized, he said in a televised remarks from Paris. He added, "We want to achieve the unity of the nation. The only ask for should be that of a united France." Turkey's president on Friday led condemnation of the terror truck attack in the French city of Nice that killed 84 people celebrating Bastille Day. "I strongly condemn the inhumane terrorist attack that happened during France's National Day celebrations," Recep Tayyip Erdogan said in a statement. "Being exposed to many terror attacks, we fully understand France," President Erdogan added. Turkey has been the target of numerous terror attacks carried out by Daesh and the PKK in the last year, the most recent being the Istanbul airport attack last month that left 45 people killed. Erdogan said the barbarous Nice attack again demonstrated the need for a decisive and consistent anti-terror drive. Those with a hesitant attitude towards terrorism should take lessons from the attack, Erdogan added. "These barbarians do not have a place on earth, and they should not have," Erdogan said. "We are all witnessing that for terrorists there are no differences between Turkey and France, Iraq and Belgium, or Saudi Arabia and America." He also offered his condolences to the victims' families and wished a speedy recovery to the injured.
The news continues on the English language broadcast of the Voice of Turkey.
World reacts to terror attack in France. Reactions from across the globe began pouring on late Thursday after a terror attack struck the southern French city of Nice, killing scores. At least 84 victims were killed and many injured when a truck ran over crowds during Bastille Day celebrations. Shortly after news of the tragedy broke, U.S. President Barack Obama condemned the attack in the strongest terms, saying Washington stands in solidarity and partnership with its oldest ally. On this Bastille Day, we are reminded of the extraordinary resilience and democratic values that have made France an inspiration to the entire world, he said in a statement, and we know that the character of the French Republic will endure long after this devastating and tragic loss of life. Turkey's EU Minister and Chief Negotiator Lajcevik also said he condemns the horrible terrorist attack in Nice, France in the strongest possible terms. "My thoughts are with the victims and their families," he said on Twitter. "Terror is always brutal, wherever or in whatever form or with whatever motives it." German Chancellor Angela Merkel strongly condemned the attack and offered condolences to France. Also in Ulaanbaatar, Donald Tusk, President of the European Council, wrote on Twitter, "Tragic paradox that the subject of this attack was the people celebrating liberty, equality, and fraternity." Following the attack, Italy tightened security along its land border with France, which lies some 30 kilometers from Nice on the Mediterranean. The country's Interior Minister, Angelino Alfano, said in a statement. Newly appointed British Foreign Secretary Boris Johnson said the attack represented a continuing threat to us and the whole of Europe. Belgian Prime Minister Charles Michel also shared on Twitter a message of solidarity with France. Germany urges UK to swiftly leave EU. Germany has urged new British Prime Minister Theresa May Thursday to swiftly apply for an exit from the European Union. German Foreign Minister Frank-Walter Steinmeier said the appointment of Boris Johnson, the top Brexit campaigner and former London mayor, as Foreign Secretary was a clear signal that Theresa May would not ignore the referendum result. The appointment of Boris Johnson is a clear message in every sense from Prime Minister May that she takes the result of the referendum serious and wants to implement the Brexit, Steinmeier told German weekly Bild am Sonntag. Now we can also expect from Theresa May that she ends the period of uncertainty as soon as possible and officially applies for an exit from the European Union, he added. And that was the news brought to you by the Voice of Turkey.